Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving the double bird to the mainstream finance media once again for misleading huge portions of the market, suggesting and implying and inferring without actually saying it that maybe Tesla was wrong. Maybe they're now considering switching over to LiDAR. Very interesting, of course. We know this is a load of horse shit. I just want to lay the smackdown on some of these morons in the media trying to get clicks and generate interest in the story because they've got nothing useful to say. So rather than actually reporting accurately, they're attempting to create drama, controversy, in an effort to garner clicks, because as we know, the mainstream finance media is effectively the Titanic. As you guys and girls will know, there's much more accurate, unbiased information floating around on the likes of YouTube and Twitter when people are able to just report on their thoughts and their opinions without desperately needing to get clicks to retain their job. So with that said, let's get into the video. And by the way, since I know there's a lot of crypto lovers watching and people who like free stuff, it's your lucky day. For a limited time, you can get up to $250 in free crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, where you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. If you want your free crypto, use the link in the description. It also helps out the channel. And if you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening an account. And if you fund your account with $100, you'll get a second free stock valued up to $1,600. Unless you don't like free stocks, that is. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it. So here we are over on Twitter, reading the first extremely misleading and deceptive headline, this tweet from reputable media outlet The Virgin. I think I said that right. Elon Musk called LiDAR a crutch, but now Tesla is reportedly testing Luminar's laser sensors. Dear The Verge, go fuck yourselves. We'll talk more about this in a moment. Now let's head over to Bloomberg to see if they're any better in their reporting of this supposed news. Now over on the Bloomberg website, I quote, Tesla tests Luminar sensor Musk scorned as fool's errand. Now, just let's take a pause here. The implication here, saying it without saying, is that Elon Musk said that LiDAR was a fool's errand, but now they're testing it, implying that maybe Elon was wrong. Maybe it's not a fool's errand. As we'll read on, this is complete and utter horseshit. I'll explain why, but I just want to take a moment because most people, let's be honest, most people just read a headline. There's been a huge spike in Luminar stock as a result of this reporting for absolutely no reason. Again, we'll get into those details in a moment. This stuff can literally move markets and cost or create millions of dollars of value out of thin air. This is dangerously stupid, irresponsible reporting. Let's read on. Tesla confirmed to own Model Y seen with LiDAR rigged to roof. EV makers said to have contract to use Luminar sensors in tests. Tesla Inc., whose boss Elon Musk said he can develop a fully self-driving car without using LiDAR sensor technology, aka LiDAR, has a contract to use such sensors from Luminar Technologies for testing and development, according to people familiar with the matter. Again, they're saying it without saying it. The implication here, Elon was wrong. He said he didn't need LiDAR, but now he needs LiDAR. A photo of a Tesla Model Y with a roof rack of LiDAR sensors posted to Twitter on Thursday stoked speculation that the companies were working together, sending Orlando, Florida-based Luminar shares up more than 10% that day. People are dumb. While similar images of Teslas with LiDAR sensors have popped up before on social media, they certainly have, it was unclear until now what the relationship is between Tesla and Luminar. Luminar sold Tesla the sensors on that Model Y as part of an agreement between the companies, some of the people said, requesting anonymity because the information is private. In addition, Bloomberg News confirmed with the California Department of Motor Vehicles that the manufacturer's license plate on the photographed vehicle belongs to Tesla. The same manufacturer's plate has been spotted on other Tesla vehicles, including a prototype of the forthcoming Cybertruck. Luminar rose in early trading Monday. A Luminar representative declined to comment. Multiple Tesla executives contacted by Bloomberg didn't respond to a request for comment. Of course not. Why would they waste their time with this garbage? Tesla has disbanded its media relations department. And again, this is a controversial subject. If you haven't already seen my video, why Tesla doesn't need a PR department, check it out. And guys, I will start to debunk some of the garbage in this article, but I just want to read on a little bit more to give you guys an understanding of how deceptive the mainstream media is by painting a picture and saying without saying, inferring, implying, and suggesting things that just aren't true. And I don't want to be a total asshole here. Bloomberg are being semi-reasonable. They're also showing the opposing side. Well, it could be this, blah, 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 blah. The Model Y with the sensors was spotted in Palm Beach, Florida around 8 a.m. by a consultant in the autonomous vehicle industry who lives in the area. The photos he posted to Twitter fanned market speculation that Chief Executive Officer Musk might, by the way, his actual name now is Techno King of Tesla, get it right, Bloomberg. Market speculation that the Techno King of Tesla might be hedging his claim that he can develop a camera-only self-driving system without the radar and laser sensors embraced by competitors. Now this is the line that really gets me. Again, Bloomberg aren't making accusations, but they're inferring, saying without saying, this is how the media works. Just plant a few seeds of doubt without actually saying something that you'll get done for libel or misleading, etc. Let's just read this section. Musk might be hedging his claim that he can develop a camera-only self-driving system. No, he's not hedging his claim, as we'll talk about in just a moment. This is extremely deceptive and misleading reporting. By the way, Bloomberg, go fuck yourselves. Luminar's shares paired a gain of as much as 9.8% to trade up 4.7%, $22.42 as of 9:44 a.m. in New York. The stock had surged on May 20th to the highest level in more than 3 weeks, and its ticker symbol, laser, was shared widely on Twitter in speculation that it had supplied the sensor suite by relatively dopey so-called investors who jumped the gun and jumped to conclusions without actually understanding what's happening. Again, we'll get to this in just a moment. So here's the original tweet that sparked all this speculation. Spotted in Palm Beach, Florida, a Tesla Model Y with LiDAR and California manufacturing plates. Can anyone offer any details/insights? And by the way, I certainly can. Stay tuned. It's not clear what Tesla's intentions are with Luminar's LiDAR, the people familiar with the matter told Bloomberg. I'm just going to jump in here, and I don't want to be too much of a douche lord, but I just do need to say this. Anyone who actually understands the technology, how Tesla is going about solving full self-driving, what their software is actually doing, etc., has absolute crystal clarity over what's going on here. Allow me to finally explain. Tesla is using LiDAR to verify and confirm the predictions about distance generated from its vision-only system. They're validating their data. They're not using LiDAR to generate the data. They're using it to validate their vision system. This is really important. One more time. Tesla isn't using LiDAR to gain new information. They're using LiDAR as a double check. Go, okay, we've made these predictions with our vision-based system. Let's now use LiDAR to make sure that these predictions are extremely accurate. They're training their software and using this additional information just to verify and confirm and validate their data. This is all that's happening. Tesla's been doing this in the past as well. As mentioned in this very article, we've seen Teslas in the past fitted out with LiDAR sensors. Tesla isn't pursuing LiDAR as a possible avenue for solving autonomy. They're just using it in the interim to verify their vision-only system. It's as simple as that. Now, why all these headlines? Maybe Musk this, maybe Musk... Go fuck yourselves. It's obvious what's going on. There is no ambiguity here. There's certainly people who have no idea what's going on. You see LiDAR, go, oh my God, what the fuck? I don't know. Are they using LiDAR now? That's why there's this rampant speculation. Now, I just want to take a moment here because we're this far into the article from Bloomberg and they haven't even raised the possibility yet. Maybe Tesla's just using this to validate their own data. Of course, as I said, most people only read headlines and maybe they might skim a little bit more. This is why we've seen a huge reaction to the Luminar stock price. I mean, guys, hello. Tesla has a tiny agreement with Luminar for a small amount of validation. That's simply it. This is not a big deal. This is not a big agreement. Luminar stock should not have moved whatsoever. And oh man, the media again, it does my head in. This is why it pays to think first and act second. Let's continue. Again, just to remind you guys how far through the article we are. Paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs before finally Tesla engineers are benchmarking their camera-centric self-driving system against LiDAR. And then of course Bloomberg has to throw some more FUD there, uninformed FUD. They could also be testing LiDAR for future use. No, Bloomberg, they are not, and this is irresponsible reporting. Again, anyone who actually understands what's going on would never come to this conclusion. I don't want to shit on journalism too much. Yeah, you got to show this side and that side, but this is misleading because it is not a possibility. It is not within the realm of reality. And to suggest that it may be a potential, just irresponsible. Any suggestion that Musk would change course to adopt LiDAR is unrealistic, said Sam Abulsamid, hope I said the surname right there, Sam, an analyst with Guidehouse Insights. And I have to say, Sam is on the money here. It's good that they've included this quote, but I can't believe this whole article exists. The more likely scenario is they are using Luminar LiDARs to validate their camera-based full self-driving system. Bingo! If they made that change, it would effectively depreciate their entire fleet of vehicles. They are not going to retrofit 1 million vehicles, and just jumping in here, nor will they need to. I've covered this 4 trillion times on this channel. Vision is all that's necessary, and everyone using LiDAR is absolutely fucked And this is something that I've covered 4 trillion times on this channel already. It's absolutely mind-blowing that me, some random guy who's high half the time on YouTube, understands that every company using LiDAR today is doomed, yet the companies using LiDAR themselves seem to still think that this is the best solution. I just don't get it. They're all f***ed. Oh man. Maybe you need to be autistic, I don't know. LiDAR, which stands for light detection and ranging, is a key technology for the world's leading automakers, tech companies and Oh, shit, I'm sorry. It's just not going to end well. I just can't wait to clip all these videos of me like over the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years as one after one these companies either go bankrupt or go, LiDAR was a mistake and we're going for a vision-based system now. Sorry for wasting the last 5, 10 years and also tens of billions of dollars. Tech companies and startups as they race to make fully autonomous cars a reality. They're running in the wrong direction in this race. LiDAR uses layers to build a three-dimensional image of the surrounding landscape, which is critical to how the vehicle perceives the environment, predicts behavior of pedestrians and other vehicles, and plans how to safely navigate roads. Musk has been a lone and loud voice saying LiDAR isn't necessary. I mean, let's just take a step back here and just think about this for a moment. Even if you didn't know a single thing about any of this technology, if you're one of these companies and you're pursuing LiDAR and Elon, one of the world's smartest human beings of all time, no question, one of the world's greatest executors, a guy that understands physics, he understands the universe from the atoms up. He's a brilliant software engineer as well. And he's saying, hey, you guys are all idiots for using LiDAR. Do you think any of these companies might take a step back and go, you know what? Maybe let's look into this and try to understand why Elon would be so confident in this, given the fact that his track record, the reusable rockets, disrupting the entire automotive industry, blah, 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 blah. Maybe we should take a second look and try to understand why we're going this way and he's going that way and just see maybe there's a reason he's doing that. It's just astonishing to me. LiDAR is a fool's errand, he said during Tesla's Autonomy Day for investors in April 2019. Anyone relying on LiDAR is doomed. And he's right. You ready for some more FUD, disinformation and deceptive reporting? Here it comes. More recently, Musk has softened some of his public comments on LiDAR technology. In an appearance on the audio chat room Clubhouse earlier this year, he admitted to talking smack about LiDAR, of course, and he still stands by that smack just for the record. Just again, saying without saying, he admitted to talking smack. The implication there is that, he's admitted that he did something wrong or that he was wrong. No. He just said he had talked smack, which is a fair point, but again, he stands by that smack. He admitted to talking smack about LiDAR and said that SpaceX, the rocket company he also leads, developed its own internal LiDAR to aid the SpaceX Dragon capsule. Obviously, if I hated LiDAR, I wouldn't have done that, Musk said. Again, this is a really important point. It's not like Elon Musk has some emotional vendetta against LiDAR. It's just completely brain dead to be using LiDAR to solve full self-driving when you can use vision. Anyway, let's move on. However, for driving on real-world roads, not docking with a space station, you have to solve vision, understanding objects. On an earnings call last month, Musk suggested Tesla is also moving away from radar, which, along with LiDAR and cameras, is one of the 3 technologies the industry has viewed as critical sensor hardware needed to reach a future of self-driving vehicles. Now, allow me to jump in here. A lot of people were really confused. I hate to be so blunt here, but I am going to be. This was Tesla swinging around their massive engineering brains once again and turkey slapping the entire industry, showing how confident they are in their ability to solve vision. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Of all the human beings who today can relatively successfully drive vehicles, how many of them have radar? The answer would be 0. How many of them use LiDAR? The answer would be 0. How many of them use vision? Every single one of them. Radar is an unnecessary crutch as well. The fact that Tesla is now so confident in solving pure vision that they do not even need the radar hardware is a hugely bullish sign. But of course, a lot of people just don't understand this. Now, I will admit, radar can actually provide some useful information, seeing through objects, etc. But here's the thing. There are some conditions in which a human driver using their camera simply cannot drive. Insane snowstorm, crazy torrential rain, etc. You've probably been driving at some point, you need to pull over because you can't drive safely. Unless you're a moron who continued through, in which case, get the fuck out of the gene pool. A pure vision-based system is going to be superhuman, but there will be some conditions even then when it's probably not going to be able to drive. It is what it is. Analyst Adam Jonas of Morgan Stanley called that a bold and risky move. Jeff Osborne of Cowen & Co. went a bit further. We continue to question Tesla's approach to vehicle automation, he wrote in a note to clients. In our view, this is unlikely to succeed. And in my opinion, Jeff should really just keep his mouth shut because he clearly has no idea what he's talking about. Now, nothing personal here, I've never met the guy, but this is a really stupid thing to say. clearly indicates that he has no idea what's going on. He does not understand the technology or Tesla's approach. And it's okay not to understand, but it's not okay to be advising your clients about investment opportunities and suggesting things like this that run counter to reality. In our view, it's unlikely to succeed. Jeff, please just shut up, dude. Like, learn a little bit more and then start talking again. But until then, please don't say this because I will be here in a few years' time to troll you about these comments. Guaranteed. Tesla shares were a little unchanged at $581 in early trading on Monday. As of the close of Friday, the stock is down 18% this year. Just jumping in here, I've been buying hand over fist. Can't help myself. Let's not talk about the tax bill. Anyway, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I had a lot of DMs coming through discussing this LiDAR use. I just wanted to clarify everything. Now, I want to be really clear too. I don't have anything personal against any of the reporters in these particular articles that I've discussed, but I do want to be really clear. There are times when somebody doesn't know what they're talking about, and it's much better that they just shut the fuck up rather than talking about stuff they clearly have no idea about. And this is one of those cases. It is obvious, like painfully obvious, that Tesla isn't considering using LiDAR in their technology stack in the future. They're simply using this to verify and validate the results that they're getting from their pure vision-based system. And once again, I just want to say it for the 4 trillionth time, every single company pursuing a LiDAR-based system is completely screwed and they don't even know it. And let me know in the comments below, which of the companies currently pursuing a LiDAR-based system do you think will be first to admit they were completely wrong and switch over to vision, if they're still in business at that point in time? I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you'd like up to $250 in free crypto bonuses with BlockFi, use the link in the description. You can also get 2 free stocks with WeBull and a free stock with Stake, also linked in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.